biggest thing this MacBook still gets right is the balance. Today, I want to answer a really specific question people are asking in 2026. This right here is the M4 MacBook Air that I just got. And people are asking, is the M4 MacBook Air actually still worth buying? Not was it good when it came out, but would I spend my own money on it now, knowing there are newer options? So when this launched, most reviews were about benchmarks and specs. But a year later, the stuff matters way less. Prices have changed, used and refurbished options exist, and now we've seen how this machine actually holds up day to day. So that's what I'm gonna talk about in this video. The biggest thing this MacBook still gets right is the balance. For everyday work, browsing, writing, email, creative work, light video, it still feels very fast and smooth. Well, I'd say a lot faster than the M1 I'm using right now, M1 MacBook Pro. And the design hasn't really aged at all, though it hasn't changed much as well. It's thin, light, silent, and easy to live with. That said though, this is still an Air, a MacBook Air. If your work involves around long exports, sustained performance, or living on external monitors all day, you're probably gonna hit a ceiling faster than you would on a Pro. Don't get me wrong, it's not bad. It's really good. It's just not pretending to be something it isn't. So in 2026, this makes the most sense for people who care about portability and efficiency. You know, like students, freelancers, to an extent entrepreneurs, business owners and stuff, creators who are actually not into heavy work all day, like, you know, not doing lots of heavy editing and stuff, or anyone who just wants a reliable laptop that disappears into the background. Especially if you're buying this refurbished or at a discount. The value is actually really strong there. So is the M4 MacBook Air still worth buying in 2026? Yeah, actually, if you want the best balance of performance, battery, and portability, the M4 MacBook Air is the way to go. I would recommend it. But if you already own an older MacBook Pro, like an M3 MacBook Pro, probably not. Probably upgrading just because it's newer isn't automatically the right move. You know, context matters more than specs. But if you're curious about the exact comparison, I'm gonna do a follow-up comparing this M4 MacBook Air with my old M1 MacBook Pro right here, which is actually I'm using for the OBS. You know, it's still working pretty strong. But leave a comment down below if you want to see that and what MacBook you're using right now. They'll most likely help the frame in the next video. So don't forget to smash the like button, and if you haven't yet, consider subscribing to the channel. I'll see you on the next video where we will be comparing the M4 MacBook Air and the M1 MacBook Pro.